again, Russ Shaw. That is the Tacoma Dome off in the distance. Sitting in traffic here in Tacoma, Washington today. And yes, in the Pacific Northwest, the weather is back to normal. Back with another dash cam session as I roll along, inch along in traffic. How you been? It's good to get this out. Talk to you all again. The Dragon's under behavior modification. Dragon number 2 is the quit monster, right? This habit that we have to kind of throw in the towel. It's getting hard. Things are getting tough. I'd rather just quit, you know. And I've got a pretty creative mind. I'm a pretty emotional guy. This was a tough dragon for me to fight because I can justify things with the very creative mindset, right? Like I can get pretty creative about why I ought to quit, you know. And the facts are that you decide to do this thing. You decide, I don't want my penis to control my life, right? I don't want my genitals to control my future. I don't want to hurt people. I want a life where sex is a celebration, not the driving force, right? Getting sexual self-control, making that decision, it's something you make in time, and then after you've made the decision, feelings are going to creep in, voices are going to creep in and try and disagree with that, and you're going to be tempted to quit. Probably daily, you're going to be tempted to quit. Every relapse, usually, in most cases, some of it's just poor self-control and just falling into certain behavior patterns, but 90% of it plus is a decision to quit. I quit. It's too hard. I wanted to look into some of the science of this because there is scientific data on why people quit. So I looked up Yale University. Dr. Roy Brumster. I'm not sure how to pronounce his last name. We'll just call him Dr. Roy. Dr. Roy is actually from Florida State University. Yale, the university, the Ivy League school known as Yale, has what's called Yale Stress and Control Addiction Consortium. All right, that's what they call it. I'm not going to argue. They're going to call it that. But anyway, they have a bunch of different really smart people who study stress, who study addiction, who study depression and anxiety, and they come together in this consortium to kind of bounce ideas off each other, to talk, to communicate about addiction and self-control, right? Because the roots of this is self-control. And Dr. Roy at Florida State has been studying self-control for the better part of 20 years, right? I mean, that's what this guy does, studies self-control, knows a lot about addiction from Florida State University. He had a few things to say that I wrote down and I thought was really interesting. He talks about self-control as a limited resource, all right? Self-control emotionally, like you decide to do something, whether it's quit smoking or eating or sex or gambling, whatever it is, you make a decision to do that. Your self-control longevity has to do with the analogy he made was like a muscle, right? You have a limited resource and you grab something. I think of Atlas, Atlas holding up the world, holding this thing up, and there's that snapshot in time that they make, statues out of and stuff, where Atlas is holding up the world, right? Where all those muscles holding that thing up is a limited resource. You have this resource known as your muscles that help you along through creating a new habit, right? Sexual addiction recovery is really getting a new normal in your life in the way that you view sexuality. And in a way that Dr. Roy said, to think about this is that it's not going to happen overnight, and you're changing a muscle, right? You're changing a muscle pattern in your will, in your body. Praying for strength is really important that I found. Man, there is a God, and you're not Him, all right? That's important. God, give me the strength to get through today. It's like running a marathon sometimes in your thought life. Sexual self-control with your thought life, and it begins there. It's asking God to help you with that, right? It's asking God to change what you drink in with your eyes. So I wanted to, there's a few more that I'll do in some more sessions here, but that's one I wanted you to think about, something to digest this week, next few days, whatever it is. As you watch these sessions, think about them, all right? Don't just run through a marathon of them. Think about them. Let your mind digest that. Pray about it. Talk to God about some of this stuff. You have a counselor. This is good stuff to bounce off your counselor, all right? I was a very stubbornly addicted sex addict. This stuff works, all right? So, again, the quit monster. It's slaying the dragon. The habitual quit monster, man. You get back up, all right? This is a muscle that you're going to have to work out. And it's going to take time. So you get back up, you get back in the gym, you get your heart back on the treadmill, and you do this thing, all right? I love you guys. I mean that sincerely. Keep fighting and kill that dragon that makes you want to quit. Later.